then it is nature, ना? It is ऐसा तो नहीं ना कि तुम कोई कोर्स करके आए हो how to get angry from 0 to 60 in a second, ऐसा तो नहीं है ना? So helping parents understand कि every emotion is natural, but the way you display वो समझना जरूरी, ठीक है? Right? Any questions with this? So I'll just finish up with the questions first, ठीक है? And please explain how to effectively work as a school counselor if we have no experience, if only we have a degree of psychology. Yes, we can work. Of course you can work. However, that degree should not be as a Bible, Quran, Gita, everything. Okay, of course you can work. Of course you can work. But also get supervision. But also get associated with some courses, also study. Eric Erickson helped me to understand. Okay? So with respect to school counseling, this, yes, you can work. I started without degree. Okay? So, see, degree does have a own significance ahead. But you know what? One of my supervisors, he says, degree is not for you. Okay? It is for some institute to see. Marks that you get is not for you. It is for some faculty to check. What stays with you is the experience. And that experience will build you a counselor, a psychologist, a mother, a father, whatever roles that you play. Okay? So don't discount on those experience. अभी I hope तेरे peer counseling करत असतील का? सुरू केला असेल ना? हाँ. So ये जो peer counseling करते हो ना, so do not discount on that. And do you take genuine questions, genuine problems? Genuine ones ना? ऐसा है ना, शादी तो हुई नहीं है पर मेरी सास मुझे बहुत तंग करती है. And you know, don't do that. because that आपने से कराई चुकी है at प्रशांत so at CCC with Dr. Prashantan sir. So we were very new ना कि अच्छा कैसे करने का ये. So let's take कोई भी situation दे. What's your name? Jay. तो Jay मैं I will take मेरी शादी नहीं हुई है but still I'll take that question कि मेरी सास मुझे बहुत काम करती है. And then we used to write this verbatim. हम लिखते थे कि क्या peer counseling की है, ठीक है? And then sir he used to check. Because we were relatively young, you know, that इतने issues तो मतलब then we took a session कि you know take genuine ones, take genuine, ठीक है? I know you want to work on issues that I want to help someone who is with a bad relation, who is into lost his job. Yes, you want to work, but start with genuine one. He always say if you want to be an effective anyone. If you want to be an effective counselor, if you want to be an effective psychologist, teacher, be effective person first. Always. He always mentions that. So work on yourself, work on your fear, work on your chinta, taji, piti, whatever it is. And then you start building up. And the main reason why Tanmay is also giving you that experience is it is a simulation where you feel I am feeling this, so that you can give that empathy, so that you can give that advanced, empathy, advanced empathy, na? Okay. So you can, so you have that memory. How does it feel? है ना? So do not discount on that. You do that. ये जो notes तुम लिख रहे हो ना, ये किसी time के बाद ना वो चले जाएंगे अंदर, ठीक है? But what will stay is the experience. And what you feel throughout that experience. Okay? ठीक है ना? So far good ना? ठीक है. There are no questions with me now. Is there any other question with respect to this? You can ask. ठीक है? Personal question. Any question with respect to my roles in school? Okay. You want to take that? Okay. So as a school counselor, there are three groups. Okay? One is students, of course, there is staff, and there is parents. Okay? So providing emotional support, students, providing academic support. Academic support means in remedial education. Okay? Helping a child to build up the confidence with his academics. You know? It also means helping parents to look for a clinical assessment for dyslexia, ADHD. So guiding them to understand if there is some signs that we see and how we diagnose it. So I do not diagnose. Okay, I do not do any testing. We refer to psychologists outside. Okay, so this is way how you help children, build up. And also I take classes. Classes as in there is a R in school, grade 9, 10, 11, 12, which we call it as happiness class. Okay, so in that class, with this group of students, we talk about mental well-being, we talk about anger, we talk about relationship, we talk about love, hate, betrayal, we talk about parents' issues, and there's a lot of it. So this is, students' key area. Then there is staff. In staff ke liye, there is trainings. So I don't like this word training. So I don't put it training. It is just an interaction, just like the way I am having with you. It is like this. Okay. So staff ke saath interaction, training. At times there is assessment also. Okay. To understand stress. To understand if there is any requirement of a staff, what is the personality that I possess, what is it? So something testing with respect to that. Okay, individual counselling to staff, and of course parents, parenting workshop, interaction, and counselling part. So there are these three areas which I take care of. Okay, so these are the school ones. There is a lot more to it, but this is just very surface level. Correct, Najay? Okay. Anything else you want to ask with respect to this? Or we shall start with an activity which I would like to have with you. Salil?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to ask you before I start with it. What do you understand by advanced empathy? Empathy and advanced empathy. What is the idea? गलत दिया आंसर तो भी चलेगा.
To put ourselves in their shoes.
Correct. That is one thing. And anybody can pick up from there. To understand. Catch the feeling. Perfect. एकदम बराबर. Anything else? It is correct. It is correct. Don't go in doubt. It is correct. I just want to know more about what else you experience when you give empathy or advanced empathy. Because Prashantam sir, he focuses so mainly on empathy and advanced empathy, okay, like no other institute, like no other, very simple techniques, okay, greeting, okay, very simple techniques like questioning, very simple technique of giving empathy, very simple, but he drills it into you so much rigor and passion, okay, at the same time. आपण खूप करतो रे, त्यांना पाठवायला पाहिजे. But it is really nice. Christian Counseling Center. I सुनाई होगा ना, नाम तो सुनाई होगा. So what we'll do is we'll do an activity here, just to simulate what is empathy, just to have that experience. Okay, with each other. Okay, so I'll do a demo first. Okay, and then we pair with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. हाँ, दो या तीन करें. दो करें. कैसे करें? दोन ना म्हणजे असं समोर बसतील. ठीक है. Very simple. Very simple. ठीक है. But take genuine ones, huh? Take genuine. This is just to, get a hang of empathy and advanced empathy, right? Who wants to have it? Just demo के लिए volunteer. Okay, please come. So take chair लेकर everybody. Okay. Look, this is double chair. I. So, this is not therapy, huh? This is not therapy. This is just a demo, okay, how this activity is going to start. Okay? So, what you are going to do is, what I actually do is, tell me a situation or an episode where you experienced maybe anger, sadness, or whatever that you really want to work on. Okay? So, what you will do is, you will sit in pairs. So one will only listen. Faqat listen. Okay? And the person sitting, he can maybe counseling. She or he will just share. Okay? Shall we? So we can pick, there must be many, no?
Yeah, many.
There must be many. So let's pick one. Okay?
My impulsivity towards crime. I just break into tears in very small incidents of mine. Which means like if I will go to watch a movie, I'll start crying all of a sudden. It will remind me, give me flashbacks of something else, and then I'll break into tears. If I'm very fragile towards my grandparents, so if in day-to-day life I see any old person going through something, I break into tears. In friendship also, if something goes wrong, I break into tears. So this tear of mine, tearing up every moment which I get, that is something I need to work.
It must be irritating at times, frustrating at times.
Yeah, because then everybody can see it, that I'm crying.
And it feels so weak at times, no?
At times it is.
It feels weak, and why do I have to display that kind of thing? Thank you so much. So now what are we going to do? Again, this is not a therapy, we are just learning. Thank you so much for sharing that. So what we are going to say? So what we are going to do is, while she is sharing, what I am doing is, when we say get into that person's shoe, is to connect. So while she was sharing, okay, what were the emotions or feelings that you could pick up? Feeling sad, weakness, irritating. Okay. So when you pick up those, okay, you go into your experience where you have been sad, where you have been angry, and you then tell her, it must have been so weak, it must have been angry, it must have been so frustrating, right? Simple. So when you give that response, that is empathy, or that is advanced empathy, whatever you call it. And why do we give empathy? Why do we give that empathic response? Is to let the client know that I understood. Right? It's not like, I feel crying all the time. Oh, it must be so surprising, it was so wonderful. Right? So that means this is off track. So when I give that response, or when you give the response, it also should come from your experience. Okay? There is a beautiful video on empathy. Burn Brown somewhere. Open part of it. Okay? So it is from that. Whenever someone is sharing with you, it is a dark secret or fear or worry. Okay? Also get in touch with your feeling. Not necessarily the content is same, But the feeling, I had experienced that sadness, I had experienced that anger, and I experienced that this entire situation defines me in something, right? So you tell that to the person. It must be so disheartening. You must be feeling so weak at times. Something like that, right? Cool? Okay? Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Nitika. See, I am very bad at remembering names. Huh? So in class, in school, I will call anyone by any name. For example, he says Jai, so I will go, yes, Atharva. Then Jai will say, no sir, you are Atharva. So I will say, no sir, I am Atharva, he is. So, Nitika. Okay? So क्या करें? Just go into pairs, you decide, and work with someone who you have not worked with. Boys and boy doesn't go साथ में. ठीक है? Because in one of our session, अपने functional English से कौन करते सर?
मेनन मैम, रत्न पारखी सर, अमोघ रत्न पारखी.
हाँ. तो ना त्यांचा तो सेंटेन्स ना मला एक लक्षात राहिलेला आहे माझा. ठीक आहे? कधी कोड केलं आपण? ग्रॅज्युएशन
2008-9.
बरंच लांब. So what he said is, men's are always like medical shrubs, very small in quantity, in groups. Okay, so men will not work together. ठीक है, बहुत easy है, चल वैसे नहीं करे. Work with someone who have not worked और बहुत कम बार काम किया. So very simple, you just sit, let the person tell their story, pick up the feeling, okay, and also connect. I was sad. So when I was sad, how was I feeling? So it must be disheartening, yeah? So it must be shattering, it must be okay, okay? ठीक है? How much time will you need? 10-15 minutes? 5 minutes? ऐसे? ठीक है? चलो.